and this is your first Backstreet Boys video, and it's called "We Got It Going On." You remember doing that one?
Oh boy! Wait, are we sure we got enough time for all this?
Oh, we're gonna make this happen. I don't care if we're late today,
it's
man.
Like 25 years of history.
Yes, we got your new album dropped today, DNA. But this is your first ever video, and you know who's prominent in XL 1067. So,
oh yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run it, and then you and I are gonna discuss. Now, Brian, you ready for it? All right, 3, 2, 1, and hit.
XL 106.7. Hey, good afternoon. It's Hildy or Midday.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Look at Howie.
Oh boy.
It was really good.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm looking at you.
Oh my gosh.
How old were you right here, Howard?
I think I was barely 20.
Now was
maybe 21, maybe if that. No, but I think barely 20.
So the oversized clothes look was in.
Yeah, I think so. Or at least we thought it was at the time.
Now,
yeah, that's for sure.
Now,
and NSYNC too, probably.
Yeah. At this point in your career, how much did you have in your pockets?
Probably about $2 at that point.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you had to get those back?
Those were rented for sure. I think we're still paying for that on our album budget.
Now,
how long did it take for you to record this video?
That video actually was a one-day video shoot because I think that's all we could afford, especially at that time.
Was that filmed here in Orlando?
Yes, actually that was. It was all over Orlando.
This is funny, and we're watching. You Got It Going On. This is the Backstreet Boys, their first video, and there was XL presented, and we're doing play-by-play, so you should be watching along with us right here. So this is wardrobe change.
Yes.
When you see yourselves from back then, what are you thinking when you see this?
Man, I don't know what I was thinking at that time.
At that point, did you have any idea? Or I mean, that's the goal when you start, to have the longevity and the success. But here, you didn't have it.
No, And wow, it's definitely interesting looking back. I don't know what group I was going to be in. I don't know if I was going to be in Menudo with my curly hair at the time, or if I was trying to go for the Backstreet Boys or what.
Now, when this video came out, were you guys big in Europe and trying to cross over here, or were you just...
Actually, this video came out before we had success anywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this video actually was our first video on Jive Records.
Okay.
We had been doing some demos and stuff like that before. We had just signed our deal with Jive Records.
Okay.
And they put us together with this guy named Max Martin.
Yes.
Who obviously has become the mastermind behind so many big, huge top 40 hits. And this is one of our first songs that we recorded with him. And I remember it came out in the States.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was just the climate wasn't right for us. It was like grunge was
Really?
still happening, rap. And so this song actually, I think, peaked at like number 69.
Oh,
And,
really?
Yeah, and so Johnny Wright had been working with Snap, Turbo B,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
success
yeah.
over in Europe, and said, why don't we take you guys over to Europe and try this whole Germany thing?
Okay.
And so we went over to Germany with this song, and this song blew up for us over there.
Wow.
And
so when you dropped it here, it was just okay.
yeah, it was.
So you
very
guys were
okay.
in the tail end of the grunge era.
Yes.
Okay.
And they weren't looking for a bunch of white guys up there doing a bunch of sappy boy band dancing stuff at the time.
Oh, on the video now, what is this move here, man? What's the? What was
I'm
that?
not sure that move is. It's to watch the car over
Did
the
you guys
sideways.
choreograph that yourself?
What?
No.
I mean, I would be impressed if there was like one of you hiddenly that like knows how to choreograph stuff.
No. We actually had a choreographer. Thank God, but
So you did have a little bit of money.
yeah,
Tiny
there
bit of
was still
budget.
record budget.
Yeah.
Record budget.
So at this time, you guys just were hoping, you were praying that you were gonna.
Absolutely.
You had no idea.
We had no idea. I mean, last thing we knew of a group like us was New Kids on the Block.
Yes. Okay.
And we can definitely, all of us would admit that we were all fans at one point, seeing their success and wanted to hopefully emulate that. And there was a group over in the UK at the time called Take That.
Yeah.
That we had seen success, and only thing we could do was hope and pray that America would accept us like they did them.
Now, we're watching the video now. During this time, how long had you guys all known each other as a group?
I had known AJ, my goodness, since we were young. I mean, I think I met AJ when I was around 14. So
Okay.
he was like maybe 10, 11, 12. We actually came out of Orlando. We're the two originals from Orlando.
Okay.
And I used to see him all the time at different auditions at Nickelodeon, Universal Studios, MGM Studios. Anytime the agents would send out a call for like Latin, Hispanic.
You both were there.
We both were there. So we used to compete against each other all the time in the early days.
So how did you guys decide to, or were picked to be members of the Backstreet Boys?
Well, Lou Pearlman, as everybody knows,
of course.
He had the idea, and
How many people auditioned? Do you know?
I think there was hundreds of people actually. And believe it or not, to make a long story short, I had a couple different auditions.
Okay.
And this is actually documented out there, so it's nothing I'm telling us. It hasn't been heard already, but for maybe some people don't know. But originally, I actually went and auditioned under a different name. I had a stage name.
Oh, really?
I used to do a lot of acting here in Orlando, and I had a manager at the time. And I went under the name Tony Donetti. He changed my name to Tony Donetti because he thought I didn't look like a Howard Doro. He thought I looked like an Italian guy.
It sounds Italian.
So I went out and I got really close to being in the Mickey Mouse Club. And the
Really?
very first auditions that came around, I went through a whole year of auditions. Went up to New York, was doing some acting up there for with some different agents, and came back to Orlando because of the Mickey Mouse Club. Unfortunately, didn't make it because they recasted the whole group. They wanted everybody who was over 12 years old to be cut out. And
Okay.
So at the time, I was close to, I think, like 16 years old.
Oh.
At the time. And so, but at the time, I had this audition that came about, and I went out for it, and over at Lou Pearlman's house, and had a great audition. And they said, "Do you know this kid named A.J. McLean?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know that pipsqueak. I see him all the time at all these different auditions." I'm like, "You're thinking of him in this group?" I'm like, "Oh, God help me." And but they said, "We're going to do some more auditions." And so they said, "We'll call you back in a month." And so unfortunately, I left my photo with them. And try and make a long story short, I went back out like a month later. I got called out to see about doing this audition. And I was like, I don't know if I should do this. I'm like, I feel like I went out for it. If they would have wanted me, they would have taken me and everything. So I went out anyways. I got lost all the way out in Kissimmee trying to find this warehouse. I was like, ended up being like 40 minutes late. And so I was just about ready to turn around and go back home. And something told me, go a little further, just go a little bit further. In the next 5 minutes, I found it, and my whole life changed in the next 5 minutes.
Really?
Wow.
So if you would
I
have turned
cut
around,
that name. I cut that name 20 today.
Yeah.
I went to Howie D at that point.
Yeah.
we got Howie D, Backstreet Boys album drop today. DNA, he's taking us down memory lane. Started here at XL 1067, and you never forget. We'll come back. We'll get more updates and more surprises. Howie D on Johnny's House right here on XL 1067.